Oh my, I didn't see you come in. I seem to have gotten lost in these books. Welcome to my library. You must be here because you are excited to learn. You actually remind me of myself when I was your age. I loved to learn. Oh my, I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Professor Stevenson, and I've been studying the Bible for years, specifically a group of fascinating people called prophets and the kings that they served. What's a prophet? Well, I'm so glad you asked. A prophet is a person who shares God's messages. The first prophet we're going to talk about is named Samuel. Samuel lived during a time when God's people, the Israelites, had just arrived in the Promised Land. God had saved them from a really hard life and had given them a new home. In their new home, the Israelites were surrounded by nations who were ruled by... I know I put it somewhere. Yes, a crown. The other nations were ruled by kings. The Israelites were only ruled by some judges. They looked around at all their neighbors and saw they all had kings, and they got jealous. All the Israelites came to Samuel asking, "Samuel, why do they get kings? Yeah, why do we have to have judges?" Samuel didn't know what to do, so he went to God and told God that all the people were asking for a king. God told Samuel to warn the people that a king would take their money and make them work hard. The people still wanted a king, so God gave them a king. God told Samuel that Saul would be their king. Saul was handsome and people liked him. At first, Saul was a good king. He made choices that helped his people and he followed God. But then Saul started making bad choices. Saul started making his own choices without listening for what God wanted. God kept giving Saul more chances, but once Saul started making his own choices, he never listened to God again. God told Samuel that Saul would no longer be king. Saul thought that he was in charge, but actually, God is in charge.